Less than a week now after the Vegas shootings, top Republican congressional leaders say that they are open to a debate on gun control now. Republican leaders say today that there likely is a need specifically to regulate those bump fire stocks you've heard so much about. Bump stocks can convert a semi-automatic rifle to mimic a fully automated weapon.
I think it would be a great moment to show the country that we can work together in a bipartisan way to address this issue.
Some congressional leaders even said that they had never even heard of bump stocks until now. But a GOP member does tell us that a ban on this device does, in fact, stand a chance, in their estimation, of passing in the Republican-controlled House. So more to come on that. And all of this, of course, has come to the surface with the news that the Vegas shooter had modified at least a dozen of his rifles with those bump stocks. The end result, as we all know, was this. A hail of gunfire. What you may not know is that one of the largest manufacturers of bump stocks is just a couple of hours west of Fort Worth. It's a town called Moran. New at 5 o'clock, investigative reporter Brian New went there and spoke to the man who invented that now controversial bump stock.
Jeremiah Cottles is the president and inventor of Slide Fire. He did not want to go on camera, but he told me he has shed many tears since Sunday's shooting. He says he believes his product is misunderstood. He likens it to a drag racer wanting a car that goes 200 miles an hour. He says it's a hobby. He says what happened in Las Vegas was pure evil. When gunfire rained down on a crowd of concert goers in Las Vegas, the heartbreak could be felt miles away in the small Texas town of Moran.
It was heart-wrenching.
But when the news broke the shooter had bump stocks on 12 of his rifles, Amy Boyer, who runs the Moran post office, knew her town would never be the same.
Honestly, the first thing that went through my mind is this is what's going to put Moran on the map, and it's not good.
7 years ago, a retired Air Force officer recovering from brain injuries suffered in the military came up with a device that enables semi-automatic rifles to fire faster. Sales of Slide Fire exceeded $10 million in the first year and grew from there. President Jeremiah Cottles says he made this for recreational shooting. Since Sunday's shooting, the company has stopped taking new orders. Today, the NRA called for a review to see if more regulations on stock bumps are needed.
They're all devastated at what happened, but as far as Slide Fire, it's been very quiet.
Slide Fire is the biggest employer here in the town of Moran, which is why so many people here in town told us they are both heartbroken and yet conflicted about this company. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll tell you what the push to make bump stocks illegal would mean for this community. In Moran, Brian New, CBS 11 News.